Thanks.
Well, that was awfully nice of you. Since it's almost bedtime, since I never do anything like this, I think I'm going to read you like the first page of each book, just for the fun
Aren't
of
we
it.
supposed to hear page 158, Kate?
Apparently. Maybe we'll do that next, but okay. So, I mean, what I always think is interesting is if I didn't tell you which one of these was fiction and which one of these was nonfiction, how would you react to this? So this is a prologue. Sudden light from outside, triggered by motion sensors, stabbed through the blinds and roused the detective from fitful sleep. In an instant, he was fully awake and on his feet, sweeping up his gun from the head of the bed. Keeping a loaded gun by the bed is against all police training, as is keeping a loaded gun anywhere in a house with small children. But when a vicious killer may be stalking your family, all the rules change. In the shadowy kitchen, he shoved his feet into waiting winter boots, felt for the step, and let himself quietly out of the sleeping house. Outside, he found an unlit corner of the deck and stood staring out into his snowy yard, holding his breath and listening for anything that varied from the usual night sounds. He was a hunter as well as a cop. He knew about listening. He knew what the night should sound like. There were no streetlights in the quiet neighborhood. Beyond his security lights, the black was absolute. He was in his underwear and without gloves, but pumping adrenaline kept the cold at bay as he moved off the deck to check around the garage and the cars. His gun was up and ready, checking, listening, checking. Something moving triggered those lights, and he had reason to believe it could be more than a wandering animal. The clear night was silent, but for the occasional damp plop of snow knocked from a branch by the light wind, and the crackle of a few dry leaves that hadn't fallen yet. Across the neighborhood, an animal gave a single sharp cry, and a dog barked in response. Out on the highway, a truck engine roared as it crossed the Miramichi Bridge, upshifting as it labored uphill and headed away toward Moncton. The hair on his neck prickled as he searched the dark shrubbery for a human shadow's different darkness, then scanned the perimeter of his house for something that didn't belong by turning his head slightly to let his peripheral vision detect movement. He waited and watched as the cold lifted his skin into goosebumps. So that is real.